shows, movies, games. What do they all have in common? Music, right? I mean, a game without a soundtrack would just seem kind of off. I feel as if music is one of the most important components of video games because they help set a mood, a tone, you know? However, the other day I came across an iceberg that was about disturbing video game music. And being the curious guy that I am, I decided to go straight to the bottom and listen to some of the most disturbing songs in video games. I mean, how bad could it be, right? Boy, was I wrong. It would prove to be more than I actually thought. So, here I am sharing it with all of you. Okay, now that we got introductions out of the way, let's get down to the scary, right? Let's get down to the spooky. Alright. Okay, so the first one we're gonna start off with is called Playrooms, and it's from the game Shadow Man. Shadow Man is an action-adventure game about Michael Leroy, a 32-year-old literature student, now turned taxi driver with a crippling gambling addiction. One night while driving, one of his passengers was killed in a drive-by shooting. The man was carrying $20,000 in his briefcase, which Michael took. Afterwards, he'd seek protection from a Bakur, or a voodoo witch, and return to his family in New Orleans. One night while he and his family were on their way to dinner, their car was shot. Everyone died but Michael because he had asked for protection from a Bakur. Michael would go into a coma for a year until he woke up with no memory of his family, the incident, or even his real name. He would later be forced into being a hitman for the same Bakur who protected him in the drive-by shooting. However, this guy had made an enemy of Mama Nettie, a voodoo priestess who one day comes to take revenge, and while she's there, she takes Michael and sews the Mask of Shadows, a mysterious mask made of bone, into his chest, turning him into the Shadow Man. Mama Nettie then puts him on a mission to save Earth from Legion and 5 serial killers known as the Five.
The end is sooner than you think.
Come to mama, baby.
Hey there, space cadet.
Damn, beautiful friend.
There's a darkness coming.
Okay, so back to the song. The first time you hear this song is as you're swimming through a tunnel of blood in the Playrooms level of the game. However, I don't think I need to explain to you where the song is heard to make it scary. I mean, just take a listen. Okay, so the second song we're going to be listening to is called Hush, Jesus Loves Ook, and Jesus Loves Me. And the reason I'm choosing two is because they're from the same game, The Binding of Isaac. Okay, so I'm pretty familiar with The Binding of Isaac, but I have never heard of this song. Anyways, The Binding of Isaac is a dungeon crawler game similar to Enter the Gungeon. Hades and Cult of the Lamb. This game is about the game's title character, Isaac, and his journey through his basement as he attempts to fight off his mother, who's trying to kill him because she heard a voice, who she believed to be God, told her to do so. Alright, so keep that little bit of knowledge in your noggin and have a listen.
Jesus loves you, can't you see? He loves you and he loves me. Jesus loves you, can't you see? He loves you and he loves me.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but for me, religion makes me sort of uneasy. Maybe it's the thought of a higher being that has unlimited power to do anything that makes me unnerved. Or maybe it's because I was born in a religious household and I felt almost forced to be a member. So hearing the singers persistently chanting, Jesus loves you, and in the other song, the woman's distorted voice in the other song saying, they are weak but he is strong, and little ones belong to him. Either that, or I'm just being ridiculous. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll move on to the next one. Kill Yourself, from Cry of Fear. Okay, so in Cry of Fear, you play as Simon Henriksen, a 19-year-old teenager with anxiety and suicidal depression. At the beginning of the game, he's involved in a car crash after trying to help an injured man. As Simon is going unconscious, he sees a man's face, somebody's head being smashed on the ground, and a wall of blood with the words, "Wake up," written in blood. After that, you take control of Simon as he goes through what I can only imagine to be his mind. Equipped with only a camera, you go through an empty void, taking photos of glowing X's. As you do so, you'll get hit with messages, once again written in blood, that say, quote, "I hate you," and, quote, "I can't take it anymore." When Simon wakes up, however, things don't get any better. He wakes up in an alleyway, with no service and no car, tries to walk home. As he wanders the now empty and barren streets of his Swedish town, he's attacked by humanoid creatures that obviously are trying to kill him. Wow, okay. Okay, so there's way too much to talk about with this game. There's way too much background on this game. But that'll have to do for another time. Anyways, here's Kill Yourself from Cry of Fear. Okay, so that was Kill Yourself from Cry of Fear. And I hope that you all turn down your volume for that, because it scared me so much the first time I heard it. Because, or not really scared me so much so as it caught me by surprise. Okay, so there's three things to note here. There's the weird alarm sound going off in the back. There's the guy yelling, kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. And then there's just another guy in the back hyperventilating. He's like struggling to breathe. And I can only assume that that's Simon. And he's like going through an episode. He's having like a mental breakdown. So yeah. And the fact that Simon struggles with suicidal depression, that just like this song like nails into you that message that this guy is like really struggling, right? But anyways, let me know what you think, and yeah, let's move on. Okay. So this next song is called The Sewer Passage, and it comes from Silent Hill's OST. So here it is. Okay, so the reason I chose to include the song is because of its really atmospheric, I don't know. It's just like, you can almost feel as if you're there, you know? At least that's how it sounded to me. And I'll be honest, I found this song to be calming in a weird way. Not sure why, but hey, it's just me. This song doesn't really depend on filling your head with like all these noises. Well, I mean, it sort of does, but not like really loud noises. Like, it's not like ear-piercing sounds. It's just like this constant little like noise in the back, and then there's like the little water droplets. Maybe that's why I find it calming. Let me know what you think, and let's move on. Okay, so this next one that we're going to be listening to is called Warped Mind, and it's from Silent Hill 2. Here it is. Okay, so that's just basically it. It just sounds like a loud siren just blaring. However, the reason I chose this one is because of my first impression of it. When I first listened to this, I don't know why, I can't really explain why, but for some reason I felt as if I was in a prison. I felt like I was in a maximum security prison, and I just woke up, and they woke you up in jail with that siren. Either that or just something was going on. I can't really say for sure, but that's just the vibe that it gave me. The second time I heard it, I didn't feel as if I would hear this in a jail. I felt like this is what you would hear in hell. I felt like this is what you would hear like every moment of every second of everything. That's just what you would hear constantly, just all the time. Anyways, those are just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so that was the last song. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And that's about it for me. Thank you. Please consider liking, subscribing, you know, all that. And yeah, have a good day, night, morning, evening, whatever. Have a good one. See ya.